Yes, Dr. Yatin, shall we start? Sorry.
Yes, sir. We are good to go.
Good evening to all our esteemed participants, faculty members, and guests. I, Vikas Parashar, on behalf of the Faculty of Law, Integral University, Lucknow, and Law Teachers India, extend a warm welcome to all our participants to the second edition of our 15-day online capacity building program, FDP, on AI, technology, and law, which is being held from August 11 to August 27, 2025. This program brings together leading experts in law, technology, and policy to explore the evolving intersections of artificial intelligence, governance, and the legal system. Over the coming days, we will delve into a wide range of themes spanning AI ethics, data protection, intellectual property, cyber law, and much more. We begin today with our inaugural technical session on Introduction to AI, Technology, and Law. And it is a privilege to have with us an eminent expert who has been at the forefront of academic policy and practical development in this field. Let me take a moment to introduce our distinguished speaker for today, Dr. Yatin Kathuria. He is the founder of Just AI and serves as an assistant professor of law at Symbiosis Law School, Noida. He is a recognized AI ethicist and AI governance expert. Dr. Kathuria's works lies at the dynamic intersection of law, technology, and ethics with a focus on building robust regulatory and governance frameworks for emerging technologies. As the founder of Just AI, he leads initiatives that promote ethical AI development and responsible adoption in both public and private sectors. His thought leadership addresses critical issues of transparency, accountability, human rights, and societal impact in the context of artificial intelligence. In academia, Dr. Kathuria has been instrumental in introducing students to cutting edge concepts in AI law, digital governance, and technology regulation, preparing future legal professionals to navigate the complexities of a tech driven world. He is a sought after resource person, delivering talks and training sessions at academic institutions, legal forums, and professional bodies across India. His contribution reflect a commitment to balancing innovation with ethical safeguards, ensuring that AI serves as a tool for equitable and inclusive growth. Today, Dr. Kathuria will set the stage for our FDP with a foundational session on introduction to AI, technology, and law, equipping us with the key legal and ethical dimensions necessary for our discussions in the days ahead. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Dr. Yatin Kathuria. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Vikas, for such an elaborative introduction. And before starting the session, I would like to congratulate Faculty of Law, Integral University, and Law Teachers India to organize such a timely initiative and giving me the opportunity to begin this session to start with this capacity building program. So, without wasting much time, let us jump over the topic and let us start having deliberation on the session. So, the responsibility which I have been given by the organizers is to speak upon the introduction of artificial intelligence technology and law. So, in this particular session, I'll be focusing upon, we'll start with the basics. We'll focusing upon understanding the term artificial intelligence in general sense, in scientific sense, and as well as we'll also cover the legal definition, emerging legal definition of this particular term, and why legal definition is essential for the regulation and governance purpose of the AI technology. Then we'll also discuss various types of AI based on functionality and capability. This is very important for legal scholars also, or the people coming from legal fraternity, to understand the types of AI system, because by understanding the type, we'll come to know the level of autonomy and the capability a particular AI system has, and then we'll be in a good position to gauge the accountability or to understand the responsibility of a particular AI system. Then we'll also talk about evolution of AI technology from 1950s to till date, where we started with the basically introduction of this particular term, artificial intelligence, and now where we stand today with the generative AI systems. Then we'll have a brief idea over the emerging issues, ethical, legal, and social issues, which we are facing because of rapid integration of AI technology in various domains. And hence, we'll try to understand with the help of the issues that what is the requirement, what is the need of regulating these systems and the AI technology as a whole. At last, we'll talk about the development in the laws and the regulations governing artificial intelligence, and we'll understand the concept of AI governance, right? And what are the emerging governance frameworks the different countries over the globe has formulated as of now. So this will be the theme. This will be the subtopics which I'll be going to cover in this session. So I'll try to make this session interactive, okay, and not just kind of instructions or a lecture coming from my side. So I request participants to be indulge in the interaction over the subtopics which I am going to cover. So let us start with the understanding of term AI. So I believe there is no uniform or universal accepted definition of this particular term. There are scientific definitions, there are philosophical definitions, as well as there are definitions coming from various fields like sociology, like from engineering background, there are definitions which are coming from data scientists. But what we have to understand that every field and every particular scholar coming from a different background or a specific background has defined the term AI as per their own specific field of study or as per their own understanding. So if we are coming from a legal fraternity and we wish to regulate such technology, we should have a separate definition from this field also. We'll come on to this particular point later. But before understanding this particular term, let me ask the participants, what is your idea about artificial intelligence, or what is your understanding about this term? Any participant would like to answer this particular question? What is your idea of this term? How you perceive AI? Anyone from the participants would like to contribute? Yes, Jyoti. You can unmute yourself and speak.
Yeah,
Good
Jyoti,
evening.
over to you.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, according to me, AI is automatic work generation, sir, where human is not needed, where everything is automatized with the machines.
Everything is automated. So Jyoti focused upon the automation part, that we are trying to make things autonomous, and we are trying to ignore human intervention. Okay, Ms. Arpita, what is your understanding? Ms. Arpita Sharma.
Yeah, a very good evening, sir, and to all the participants. So I feel that artificial intelligence basically focuses on making machines and softwares perform tasks which normally require human intelligence. So basically, we are training them so that they can do some chunk of some bits of work that we usually do. So they learn from the data that we feed them with, and then they also hop on to reasoning and problem solving and other things. That so this is my understanding of artificial intelligence so far. Yeah.
Great. So, Arpita, when you look at the definition which is being our understanding, which is being given by Arpita, she focused upon the intelligent part of the machine, or you can say she mentioned that AI is the science through which we are trying to build intelligent machines. So she linked the AI with the intelligent world, and whereas Jyoti linked the term AI with the automation or autonomy. So all these definitions are correct in one or other perspective. So yes, let us start with the general definition or general understanding, and which simply means that artificial intelligence is the field of study and the technology development which focused on creating machines that can perform tasks typically requiring human intelligence. So the general definition which I am giving is very much similar to the definition which was given by Arpita. So general idea of AI is that we are trying to, it is a field of the study through which we are trying to build the machines and the softwares systems which can perform tasks uh, uh, and which requires some sort of human intelligence to perform such tasks. And what kind of tasks are generally requires human intelligence? Okay, when we talk about human mind and human consciousness, what capabilities do we have? We can learn, we can reason, we can solve the problems by learning. Okay, we can perceive or we can make predictions, we can understand the language, we can communicate with each other, and ultimately, by learning and by collecting the information, we can make reasonable decisions. Okay, so all these tasks humans perform with the help of cognitivity or with the help of human consciousness. So, in this particular field of study in artificial intelligence, we are trying to develop such kind of intelligence in the machine itself so that machines are able to learn, reason, or solve problems and make autonomous decisions with the help of the knowledge or with the help of the data which is being given to it by the humans. Okay, so idea is to replicate or augment human cognitive functions to perform complex tasks. You have to understand uh, this particular agenda that the idea of developing machines earlier, I would say, when the industrial revolution started, if we talk about it, third industrial revolution or the second industrial revolution, the idea of developing machines was to reduce human efforts in physical sense. But when we talk about AI, the idea is to reduce the human efforts in the cognitive sense. Okay, and the idea is to basically augment or improve human capability of human mind. Whereas when it comes to the previous machines, the idea was to improve the physical capability of the human. So the focus of AI is on the mental capability, not just the physical capability. Okay, so let us talk about the term AI, how this particular term was introduced. This term was coined by John McCarthy, who is also known as the father of artificial intelligence. So he uh, coined this term during a Dartmouth summer research conference. Okay, and they wrote a paper with his colleagues. McCarthy wrote a paper in this particular conference, and for the very first time, he used this particular term in that conference paper itself. So in 1956, this particular term was coined. Now, as I mentioned, there is no single universally accepted definition of the term AI, which is being followed by different field of studies or different countries. Uh, there have been many approaches being followed in defining the term. Okay, as I mentioned, these definition depend upon a specific field of the study. Computer scientists define this term in different way as per their own field. Engineers define the term in their own way, and same with the philosophers. Okay, and plus the reason of not having a specific definition is also that this technology is in the development stage. It is getting advanced day by day. Okay, we started with the simple AI systems. Then we are in the age of expert systems, depending upon machine learning, learning, or natural language processing techniques. So the technology is advancing. So the scope of the technology is also getting wider. So it is becoming difficult to limit the scope and define this particular term, which can have a universal application or a universal acceptance. So I've listed down the various approaches which have been followed in defining this particular term. So few scholars have defined this term by comparing it with human intelligence. Few have defined it by comparing artificial intelligence with human actions and human thinking. And few of the scholars have defined it by comparing it with rational actions and rational thinking. Okay, so let us see the definitions under each category, under each approaches. So in under approach one, that is defining AI by comparing it with the human intelligence, the John McCarthy, the father of artificial intelligence himself, has defined the term by using this particular approach. He compared AI with the human intelligence while describing it. So he described it as the science and engineering of creating intelligent machines. So he has used the word intelligent. Okay. Then again, Raymond Kurzweil, who was a famous American computer scientist, he also used this approach. You can see the definition here. He defined the term as the art of creating machines that perform functions that require intelligence when performed by people. So again, he used the term intelligence here. Okay. Then one more professor of electric engineering, Dr. Skalkoff, he defined the term by using this approach. He described it as a field of study that seeks to explain and evaluate intelligent behavior in terms of computational process. So again, Dr. Skalkoff has also used the term intelligent while defining the term AI. Let us move on to the second approach, that is defining AI by comparing it with human actions and thinking. So Alan Turing, the famous scientist, mathematician who proposed the Turing test, you all might be knowing about this particular test. And he also defined the term by using this particular approach by comparing artificial intelligence capable of performing human actions or human thinking. Okay, so let us see the definition given by Alan Turing. So AI, as per him, is the machine's ability to perform tasks that could require intelligence if done by a human. Now he has used the term intelligence also, okay, as well as he is laying emphasis on the action part, basically that the machines have the ability to perform the task or the activity which are generally done by the humans. So he focused upon the action part of the human as well as the term intelligence. Then American computer scientist Alan L.S. Rich also used this approach. He described it as the study of how to make computers do things. So computer do things simply focuses upon the human activity, uh, how the humans perform tasks, at which at the moment people are better. So if AI machine, as per him, will be capable of doing such things which the people are better at doing, then we can term or categorize that particular machine as the artificial intelligence. Then another definition from the philosopher, basically, he also used this particular approach and focuses upon the thinking capability of the human while defining the term AI. So he defined this particular term as the exciting new effort, AI as the exciting new effort to make computers think, making machines with minds in the full and literal sense. So he focused upon the thinking capacity of the human and basically defined the term AI with the word capability of thinking like humans, with the term capability of thinking like humans. Now let us come on to the third approach, which is being followed by the different scholars while describing the term. That is the machines which can perform rational actions and rational thinking. Now the focus is on rationality and not on human capability of thinking or human capability of performing actions. So the famous authors of the book on artificial intelligence, a modern approach, Stuart Russell and Peter Nowing use this particular approach, and they describe artificial intelligence as an intelligent agent, and which simply means by agent they means a software or a system which perceives its environment through sensors and acts upon that environment through activities. Okay, so basically, they have defined the term AI as the intelligent or rational agents which can perceive their environment through the sensors and can give the required output and can affect the environment as per the output or the environment perceived by them. Another definition is from Patrick Henry, who is also a prominent figure in the field of AI, and he wrote a book in 1992, and he used the same approach while describing the AI. That is, the AI is the study of computations that make it possible to perceive, reason, and act. So you can see that different scholars, different scientists, and different people coming from different fields have described this term artificial intelligence as per their own understanding and as per their own field of study. And usually, they have defined it by linking the artificial intelligence with the word intelligent or human intelligence, or linking it with human actions and human thinking, or describing them as intelligent or rational agents who can think rationally or act rationally. Moving further, now when it comes to uh, legal fraternity, or when it comes to uh, defining the term in legal sense, why it becomes important and why we cannot adopt the definition of term AI, which is being adopted in different fields of study, what problems we might face while adopting such definitions, and why there is need of a separate legal definition of term AI for the regulatory purpose. See, when we talk about any kind of enactment or which uh, tries to regulate a particular subject, it becomes important for that enactment that the particular statute is able to clearly define the subject which it aims to regulate. Okay, otherwise, the scope of the regulation, of the subject matter of that particular enactment or regulation will not be clear. And there will be confusion while applying the rules, while applying the provisions of that enactment over the different kind of subject which the enactment seeks to regulate itself. Okay, so it becomes very important in the regulation or in the legal sense to have a clarity over the subject matter which a particular regulation tends to regulate. So same is the case with the AI regulation. Now, because of various issues, associated with the AI technology, different countries are coming up with different laws or governance framework regulating AI. And in these regulation, in these governance framework, they are coming up with the legal definition of term AI. So why it is important? Because if we have specific legal definition of term AI, we'll have the clarity regarding the scope. Okay, we'll be able to decide that what kind of AI system we need to regulate, what kind of AI system can be ignored or can be excluded from the regulations, what kind of AI system should be regulated stringently, or what kind of AI system should be regulated leniently. Okay, so such demarcation we'll be able to do only when we are able to when we are having a clear and specific definition of term AI itself in the legal sense. Okay, so if we are clear about the AI system, it will be easier us to fix the responsibility, and we will be able to understand the level of autonomy in a particular AI system. So whether it is a fully autonomous system or there was some human intervention. So it will be easy for us to understand the responsibility. If there is human involvement, right? So then human will be held responsible for the wrongful act committed by a particular AI system. Okay, so the responsibility will also get clear if we are able to define the term very clearly in the legal sense. Plus, it becomes very important for the AI governance part. And if we talk about AI governance cross borders or transnational AI governance, it is very much important or significant to have a uniform definition of AI systems. Because if we have different kind of legal definition of AI in India, and Europe has different kind of legal definition, US has different kind of legal definition, it can create confusion. So to build some kind of uniformity so that the subject matter is clear with respect to application of regulations cross borders, it is also essential to have a specific definition. Okay, so now let us evaluate one of the definition uh, which is being given under the European Union AI Act. Okay, this enactment was passed by European Union in 2023, and it is coming into force in various phases. Most recently, on 2nd of August only, uh, the the regulation with respect to general purpose AI code came into force. General purpose AI code tends to mostly regulate the generative AI systems. Okay, so let us see how European Union has defined this particular term in legal sense under their enactment under EU AI Act. So Article 3, Clause 1 of this particular act defines the term AI. And this definition is similar, or you can say very much same as of the definition which was given by OECD. The definition of AI given by OECD and European Union AI Act is very much similar uh, uh, in a sense. So let us see how the this regulation has defined the term and what are the various components of this definition. So it says that AI system means a machine-based system that is designed to operate with varying levels of autonomy and that may exhibit adaptiveness after deployment, and that for explicit or implicit objective infers from the input it receives how to generate outputs such as predictions, content, recommendation, or decision that can influence physical or virtual environment. Now focus upon the various components uh, of this particular definition. So they have very much clearly stated the scope of AI systems. So they have mentioned that it should be a machine-based system, not a natural or organic system. Okay, let us move on to the another slide and see the components. So it must be a machine-based system, a system which run on computational hardware or software. Okay. This limits the technology. This defines the technology on which the AI system will be developed. So this statement gives us clarity with respect to the technology over which AI systems are built upon. Then other statement talks about the level of autonomy. As I mentioned, why it is important to be clear about level of autonomy, because if we are clear about the autonomous behavior of an AI system, we would be able to gauge the responsibility, will be able to hold a particular system or a particular individual behind the system responsible with respect to a wrongful activity or wrongful behavior uh, 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 shown by a particular AI system. So if it is a fully autonomous system, the human liability will decrease. If the human is exercising some control over the AI system, then obviously the liability will be more on the humans. Okay, so ultimately it is very much important for the legal fraternity, for the regulations to clearly define the autonomy of the AI systems and what kind of autonomy they tend to regulate, whether the regulation tends to regulate fully autonomous systems or partially autonomous systems are also included under the regulation. Then the other statement may exhibit adaptiveness after deployment. So this statement says that when the AI systems are being deployed, which means when they are put into use, okay, these systems may have the capability to learn on their own or to adjust the behavior as per the outputs, as per the inputs coming from the environment. So they have used the word may. Okay, so this is optional. It is not in all the cases that the system should have the learning capability or on their own, or they should have the capability to adjust their outputs as per the outer environment. So they have used the word may. Okay, so another statement on the component under the definition was explicit or implicit objectives. Now this is very important. Now, when we talk about crime, uh, and according or deciding the liability with respect to crime, mens rea becomes the essential element, right? And the objective or the purpose of performing the act or performing the crime is also essential element to decide the criminal liability. Now, when we talk about AI systems and with what kind of objectives they are designed, whether the objective is flowing from a particular manufacturer, particular user, or the AI itself, it is very much crucial to have an understanding over the the path from which the objectives are coming, or the origin from which the objectives are coming to the AI systems. So ultimately, they have impliedly mentioned that the idea of these AI system is to basically fulfill the goals or the objectives, whether they are expressly given or whether they are impliedly given. And the idea is to fulfill the objectives of the human. So ultimately, this definition has clearly stated that the liability of the wrongful activities of AI system will ultimately lies on the humans, because the the AI systems are ultimately being deployed to fulfill the objectives which are coming from the human. Okay. Infers from the input to generate the outputs. Okay, so it acts as per the inputs to generate different set of outputs. And who is giving the input? And it is very much implied that input is being given by the human to perform the explicit and the implicit objectives because of which that particular AI system has been deployed or has been put into use. Now they also have mentioned the outputs. This definition also mentioned the different kinds of outputs which can be given by an AI system. Now this list is not exhaustive in this sense because they have left it open. Okay, but they have mentioned expressly a few outputs which can be given by the AI systems. Like these systems can predict the future, the systems can generate the content, the systems can give recommendations and can also take autonomous decisions. But this list is not exhaustive. They have left this list open because the technology is still evolving, and any upcoming kind of output can be, can be covered under the scope of definition, and so the regulation can be applied. EU AI Act specifically can be applied on such kind of AI systems and the outputs given by new or the latest AI systems. Then ultimately these outputs can impact the outer world, can impact the physical as well as virtual environments. Okay, so these outputs have some kind of influence, some kind of impact on the digital settings also, as well as on the real world applications also. So these were the various components of this of the definition of term AI given under the AI Act, and I believe the countries which are coming up with the governance frameworks or regulation, they can take this definition of term AI as the base and can develop similar definitions for their domestic regulations also. When it comes to India, we do not have a legal definition as of now of term artificial intelligence. There is a general definition of term AI given under National Strategy of AI 2018. But when it comes to enactment, binding laws, binding statutes, even the IT Act does not define the term artificial intelligence, as well as the DPDP Act also, the latest act which tends to regulate the digital data and the data privacy practices in the digital platform. So, in legal sense, we are lacking such definition in India, and this, I believe, this would be the first step to have a clear definition of term AI to when we are coming up with some regulations in domestic sense. This would be the first step to have such a comprehensive, elaborative, and future-proof definition, which can cover the modern or the upcoming AI systems also. So now moving on to the other topic, that is the different types of AI systems. Uh, I would like to ask the participants if they have any question or they want to add something with respect to term AI. They can ask and they can add the inputs and over this particular topic. Or we are good to go or jump over to the next topic itself. Okay, fine. Now the next topic which we are going to discuss is types of artificial intelligence. Dr. Kalpesh, can we remove these lines if it is possible? I think someone from the participant
Yes,
have.
yes, yes. I have just dropped in new ones.
Okay, so type when we talk about types of artificial intelligence, basically we can understand different types by categorizing into two.
Sorry for interrupt. Can you reshare? Stop sharing, reshare, so it will move to
Okay,
go
But
away.
you can just stop screen sharing and then start again. So
sure.
Because
these lines would
as a presenter, you will able to erase because I am not able to do right now. Erase that
yeah.
tool. Not
Got it.
able to use. There is a question in the chat box, sir. Why physical environment word has been added in this definition?
Sorry, why
Why the physical environment word has been added in this definition?
has been added? Can we ask the participant to?
Simran, yes, Simran Sharma. Simran, can you elaborate your question? Simran Sharma.
The term physical environment was mentioned in the PPT. She's asking why it has been mentioned there.
Why
I'm
it is
Simran,
unmuted,
can
Simran.
It is the
you-
part of the definition given under the UI Act, because ultimately these AI system is not just impacting the digital world, right? It is also impacting the physical environment also. The issues which we are facing, like the violation of our personality rights, violation of our privacy, is impacting the individuals in real sense.
uh,
Yeah.
Dr. Neetu from University of Delhi is asking a question. Without the definition of AI, how we interpret the AI under Data Protection Act? Kindly explain.
Uh, when it comes to data privacy, obviously these AI systems are depending upon the data over which these AI systems are being developed. So the EPDP Act does not specifically focus upon regulating AI. Yes, you can say that it focuses upon the AI systems, the data part of the AI systems. If these AI systems are being fed with the data which involves some personal information related to individual. Okay, so the idea of data privacy is not to regulate artificial intelligence, but yes, this particular component, the data privacy component of the artificial intelligence, can be covered under the DPDP Act. Okay, I hope I answered the question. So now coming on to the types of artificial intelligence. So as I mentioned, while discussing the types of AI, it can be categorized into two broad headings. That is AI based on capabilities, and the other category is AI based on the functionalities. Why it is important for us people from legal fraternity to have understanding over the types of AI, because by understanding the capabilities and functionalities, we'll be able to understand that what is the capability of AI system, what kind of task these AI systems can perform autonomously. Okay, and what is the level of autonomy, and what kind of systems we have actually developed and utilizing as of today in the real sense. Okay, so let us talk about types of artificial intelligence based on capabilities first. So first type is narrow AI, or the weak AI, which is also termed as artificial narrow intelligence. So these are the systems which which are basically designed to perform a specific task, and they basically get the capability to perform various tasks depending upon the data which is given by the human, and the human basically has the full control over these kind of systems. And if you talk about the AI systems which we are using currently, starting from algorithm which recommends you content over the YouTube, okay, till the generative AI technology, all these AI systems, okay, are categorized under the narrow AI only. They all are the artificial narrow intelligence AI systems only, because they are working upon the input, the data which is given by the human. Although the level of autonomy can be different, but yes, there these kind of systems are dependent upon the human interventions and the human data only. Another kind of, and narrow AI system does not have their own consciousness. They do not have the capability to think on their own, and they do not have the emotions, or they do not have the capability to rationalize the activities. Okay, all the functions, all the outputs which we get of these AI system depends upon the human data as well as the human inputs only. When it comes to journal AI is again the theoretical concept, but yes, lot of studies are being done in this particular field, and the aim of the big tech companies, whether it is OpenAI or Anthropic or the Meta, the aim of all the companies currently is to achieve artificial general intelligence only. Now, what is this artificial general intelligence? This is the theoretical concept basically, and refers to those AI systems which will be having the capability to to think and to do activities, to have the consciousness at par to the humans. So they will be having the cognitivity similar as to humans, and they will be able to show the emotions, reflect the emotions, and will be able to do rational thinking as well as the activities like humans itself. Okay, so few scholars believe that the generative AI or the agentic AI, which is the latest, I would say, latest technological development in this particular field, is the starting point of artificial general intelligence. Okay, but yet these, as the particular agentic AI or general artificial intelligence perform a specific task or like human, or have a specific cognitive element of the human, not all the cognitive elements, we cannot categorize such AI systems or generative AI or agentic AI system under the artificial general intelligence category. So these systems are also categorized under the narrow AI itself. The last level is super AI. Now, super AI will be those AI systems, those will be able to have the capabilities beyond human. They will be having the capabilities beyond human thinking, even thinking as well as the physical capabilities of human. So again, this is a theoretical concept, and uh, we often see such kind of super AI in movies as a fictional tool, as a fictional system, but yet we are far away of achieving this particular type of AI systems. But we never imagined that we'll be having such autonomous systems which can create content on its own, but we have such kind of systems today itself. So we cannot predict what we are going to have in the coming decades. So yes, but I believe we will be in the coming decade, we will be able to achieve a general artificial intelligence in coming 10 to 15 years. But it would be a strange thing, because if we are able to develop a system which is like human, we ourselves will become God. Okay, because ultimately we'll be having the capability to develop such kind of machines which will be having the human capabilities. Okay, now coming on to types of AI based on functionalities. Now, under this particular category, AI systems can be divided into various subcategories. Yes, I think someone has raised hand. Yes, Satya Vijay. Yes, please speak up your question, Satya.
Yes, Satya Vijay, you have raised your hand. Hello.
Do you have any questions, Satya? Or someone has written in
By
the.
mistake, by mistake, yeah, please.
Okay. So, reactive machines under this particular category are those AI systems which have no memory of their own, or they just react as per the environmental condition, as per the environment around a particular AI system. They do not have tendency to store the memory and depends upon, and they are able to perform specific tasks only. Okay, so they lack emotion, they lack consciousness, and basically depending again depends upon the human data and the human inputs. Okay, so the example of this particular reactive machine would be chess playing computers like IBM Watson would be the perfect example. So that particular computer, chess playing computer, has the capability to react as per the move made by the other opponent, but they do not have the capability to store the information, to store or learn from the past activities. Now, a limited memory AI systems are those systems which has the capability to store memories for a shorter period of time, and they can learn on the stored memory. Okay, and again, but they lack human-like capabilities. Like they do not have the capability to think rationally or to take decisions with human consciousness, but they have the capability to store and learn from the historical activities or past activities which are performed by the AI systems. So the perfect example of the limited memory could be the autonomous AI driving cars. So these driving cars have the capability to store the data with respect to the movements going around them, around a particular vehicle, and they use facial recognition technology or computer vision to perceive the environment and take decisions as per the environment. Then we have theory of mind. Now this particular category, theory of mind AI system, is similar to the artificial general intelligence system, which we discussed in the previous slide itself. Now, these AI systems have the capability to understand human thoughts. They can understand human emotions, as well as they can interact with the human. They can understand the human language. So ultimately, we can say that these systems has the human level capability in itself, as similar to artificial general intelligence. Now, self-aware AI is referred to basically refers to those AI systems which have the self-awareness, okay, which have their own consciousness. They are worried about their own existence. They are worried about their own personality and individuality, okay, and they can have super intelligent capabilities as similar to the super artificial intelligence we discussed in the previous slide. Okay, so these are the different types of AI systems categorized under the two headings, that is based on the capabilities and based on the functionalities. So as of now, we have achieved narrow AI, okay, when it comes to the types of AI systems based on capabilities, and we have achieved reactive machines and limited memory machines when it comes to the AI system types of AI based on functionalities. And somewhat we have also developed machines which can understand human emotions and can understand human language, but this capability depends upon mathematical algorithms, not the human consciousness or the human awareness. Okay, again, it depends upon the mathematical algorithms. So these three types of uh, AI types of AI system we have achieved so far, we have developed so far. Now moving on to the next topic, that is the technique used in the AI technology. We have a question. Where does IoT belong with the AI systems? Okay, so IoT simply means Internet of Things. Now, let us talk about digitalization. Now, digitalization means the process or the idea of integrating our, daily routines or daily activities with the internet or with the technology. This is the simple meaning of IoT, which I would say. So we have smart appliances connected with the mobile phone, connected with the internet. We wear smart watches, which is again connected to the internet, right? We have cars or the vehicles which is again connected to the internet itself. Now, when it comes to artificial intelligence, in IoT, it simply means that we are trying to develop some kind of automation in the IoT technology also, where uh, the the IoT systems will be able to take decisions to give outputs on their own without or with minimum human intervention. So IoT refers to integrating uh, our daily routine, daily activities, or aligning our daily activities, connecting it with the internet. And AI integration in IoT means automating these IoT technologies itself. I hope I was able to understand your answer your question. So these are the various techniques which are used for developing AI technology. So first technique which I would like to say is machine learning, and with this particular technique, AI system uh, has the capability to learn from the data on its own, which the data which is given by the human, and they can also learn from the historical outputs which are being performed by that particular tool itself. Okay, so there is no requirement of programming that particular tool, particular software. You just have to give the data or keep on giving the data to such systems. And with the help of ML technique, these systems can learn patterns on their own uh, and can develop uh, the idea of performing a particular task in a particular manner, depending upon the learning pattern which they have, which they have uh, perceived from the input data. So example like Netflix recommendation system, which suggests you the particular content which is based on the history of the viewer. So that particular recommendation system depends upon the machine learning technique only. Now, what is deep learning? Deep learning is the advanced form of machine learning itself. Okay, and it uses neural networks. Okay, digital neural networks, I would say, similar to human brain. Okay, we all know how the human brain functions. We have neurons in our brain, and which basically helps in transmitting the information from one neuron to another and uh, reach to a specific neuron, which will ultimately help us in performing particular task or in doing the thought process, in performing the thought process. So similar way in deep learning, the AI system works depending upon the digital neural network similar to the human mind. Okay, so one of the example of the deep learning would be Google Photos, which has the capability to automatically recognizing the faces of the individual in the chunk of photos which are present in the photo library. So they can identify a particular individual and can show you the photos of that particular individual only out of the number of photos which are present in the photo library. Now, another famous technique which is being used in generative AI technology or generative AI tool, that is the natural language processing. Now, this technology gives the capability to the AI system to understand the human language, to interpret the human language, and ultimately to communicate with the human. So NLP has become one of the significant techniques which is being used in development of AI systems, specifically generative AI systems. So all these chatbots, all these generative AI tools like ChatGPT, they all are dependent upon the natural language processing as well as machine learning. Now, another significant technique is computer vision. Now, computer vision basically gives the capability to the AI system to analyze the visuals, okay, and to basically analyze the environment and the images or the videos, even the real life happenings which are going on before that particular AI system. So these AI systems can analyze the real life happenings also, even the images and videos, and then can give the outputs depending upon uh, the analysis. So all these self-driving, you can say autonomous vehicles, they use computer vision, and with the help of this particular technology, they can predict or make the decisions with respect to the coming objects or the coming professors, coming passengers, and then the autonomous vehicle can take the appropriate decision whether to apply the brake or whether to turn to a particular side. And even when we talk about facial recognition technology, which is being used for surveillance purpose also, they are also using computer vision to analyze the public or monitor the public, and as well as to for the law enforcement purposes. So these are the famous, not all the techniques, I would say, these are the popular techniques which are being used to develop AI systems, uh, basically in the modern era. Then we have expert systems. These are the rule-based systems, and these are designed to perform or to excel in a specific field or in a specific area. Okay, suppose if a AI system is trained on the medical data, okay, and to diagnose a particular disease, then we would term that particular system as an expert system, because that system has the capability to expertise or to excel with respect to one particular field of study. So, if you are developing a particular AI tool which can, which can indulge in legal arguments before the court of law, okay, then that system can be termed as expert system in the field of legal profession itself. Okay, then another type of AI systems techniques which is being used to develop AI system is the robotics. So here the idea is to automate the physical processes. So we are combining the cognitive automation with the physical automation here, where we are developing the robots which can think as well as which can perform physical tasks autonomously. Then we have speech recognition and generation systems which can convert speech to text, or the text to speech format. Okay, example, Google Assistant is one of the perfect example for speech recognition and generation system. Then at last we have generative AI, which we all know about, and which I think most of us are using it in our routine works, in professional settings also. So these are the AI system which has the capability to generate new content by simply giving a prompt or giving input to the system. User can generate the content, and that content can be in the various form. It can be in the form of text, images, audios, or videos. Let us move on to the next topic, that is the evolution of AI technology. We'll start from the developments in 1940s and we'll discuss till date. So although we have already discussed various techniques, right, in the previous two slides. So, but how these developments and the modern techniques of AI technology uh, uh, took place in what particular time frame? Okay, we are going to understand this in the evolution of AI. So 1940s, this particular decade, 1940s to 1950s, in this the prominent development in this field of study the uh, was the Turing test developed by Alan Turing, and this particular Turing test was created by the mathematician and scientist Alan Turing to basically evaluate whether this particular machine can be categorized as artificial intelligence or not. I'll not go into the detail what was the Turing test, but this was the earlier development in this particular phase. Then in 1956, we already discussed this particular term was coined, and in the Dartmouth conference, John McCarthy with his colleague, they wrote paper in this conference and used this term artificial intelligence. And this, with the help of this conference paper only, they introduced AI as the different field of the study to the academics. Then in 1960s and 1970s, we started developing rule-based systems and early AI system which were based on natural language processing, which can understand the human language and can analyze or communicate with the human. Such kind of systems we started developing in 1960s and 1970s. So ELISA was one of the earlier chatbot, which was based on NLP. This particular chatbot was designed by the psychologist to understand the psychology of different patients. So that uh, particular chatbot was designed for medical purpose. So that chatbot has the capability to interact with the patients itself. By the 1980s, by this particular decade, we started developing expert systems. Okay, we learned about expert systems, those systems which are, uh, uh, which are developed to perform or to do excel in a particular area, in a particular field of study. So we started developing expert system which can be utilized in industry. Okay, and those systems were knowledge based systems, and this particular system, these particular expert systems, you can say was the first wave of AI hype, because at that particular time, people started using AI systems commercially. Okay, and it's also started replacing the human at the workplace. So that is why uh, it was good for economy also, but again, the concern regarding job displacement already started in this particular decade. Then in 1990s, we developed machine learning systems. Okay, IBM Deep Blue was one of the chess playing, you can say, AI system which was developed by the IBM itself. And this system, AI chess player system by IBM, defeated the world best player of the chess, Gary Kasparov, in 1997. Moving on to 2000s, this was the age of big data and statistical AI. Now, what is big data? Big data simply means, because I mentioned about digitalization. Now, because of digitalization, we were in the position of having huge volume of data, and we were in the position of developing systems are uh, which are based on the big data or huge volume of the data. Earlier, we were not having the data in the digital form. Okay, so the application of the systems were limited uh, to specific field of study or to specific industry because of limited availability of digitalized data. Now we have digitalized various uh, types of industries. Okay, whether it is education, whether it is legal industry, or whether it is medical industry. Now data is available in the digital form. Now these AI system depends upon the digital data only. The fuel for AI systems is data. So if we have ample amount of data, we'll be able to feed it into AI systems, and again, these AI systems will be in the better position to give effective outputs to us. So this was the time, 2000 was the time when we started developing, uh, you know, AI systems which were dependent upon advanced AI systems which were dependent upon the huge data sets. 2000 was the data of deep learning, was the age of or the decade of deep learning revolution, where we have seen the breakthroughs in image recognition technologies. And this was the phase when we uh, basically came across with the voice assistants in our smartphones, like Siri, and Apple and Google Assistant, and Alexa. So in this particular decade, we started applying NLP in our smartphones as well as the gadgets. Now, when we talk about 2020 and 2025, and I would say from 2018 to 19, now this is the era, or this is the decade where we have started developing large language models, generative AI models, which has the capability to generate content in the various forms. Okay, you can generate text, you can generate images, music, videos. So this is the era where we have seen advanced large language models. And I put this particular screenshot here. Now, this advancement is still in progression, is still in a continuous. It is still a continuous process. Just 4 days back, 4 to 5 days back, on 8th of August, OpenAI has came up with its new GPT model, that is GPT-5. Earlier, we were using GPT-4 or GPT-4 Omni model. Now they have OpenAI have come up with advanced GPT 5 model recently only, and now this particular model is also freely available to the users up to some prompts or some inputs. But one more thing I would like to mention here, we have also started developing agentic AI from last 5 to 6 or 7 years. Not developing, now integrating agentic AI into various industries and into different professional setups. Now, what capability agentic AI has? Now, agentic AI will not be able, just not be able to generate the content. Now they will be able to analyze the content, generate the content, and take autonomous decisions on behalf of the humans. Okay, so without the intervention, or without the human input, okay, although the direction will come from humans only, the initial directions will come from humans only, the agentic AI will be taking decisions on the part of humans. So these systems will just act like agents of the humans itself. Okay, so suppose I'll give you an example. Generative AI. If you want to look into the data, that what are the cheapest available from Delhi to Mumbai. So if you will type this prompt in the chat GPT, the chat GPT, if linked with the updated information, it will analyze the data and give you content that this particular flight at this particular time from this company, okay, aviation company, is the cheapest. But with the help of agentic AI, you will not only able to get knowledge regarding the cheapest flight, you will be able to book the cheapest flight in the real time itself. So such is the capability and power of the agentic AI. So again, this level of autonomy is creating another sort of ethical and legal issues in the society. So this was the evolution and the type of modern advanced systems we have facing and we are utilizing in this particular era. From specifically from 2020s to 25, we are really into the advanced AI systems. Now let us talk about we'll be having a brief overview of the AI related issues because I believe this particular topic will be dealt in the upcoming session in this FDP program. So I'll be giving an overview just to make the participant understand that why there is need of uh, regulation or governance of AI or the laws which can regulate these AI systems and their outputs. So I've categorized the issues related to AI into four different subcategories, four different headings. First one is legal and regulatory issues, which may involve violation of fundamental rights, violation of legal rights, violation of human rights, and then there are some ethical and social issues like job displacement or the AI taking away the jobs, then impact on human cognitivity, right? If you are using AI systems for 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 long period of time and you are being dependent on the AI systems totally, what kind of issues a particular person can face, uh, social issues as well as mental issues, it can be faced. Then there are environmental concerns also, uh, specifically with reference to generative AI. There are environmental concerns. What kind of environmental issues, like energy usage by the generative AI models, and the carbon emissions, as well as the utilization of rare earth materials, and how these AI systems are impacting the democracy. So let us understand these issues and have an overview. So ethical and social issues. First issue is with reference to black box problem. Now, what is black box problem? Black box simply refers to the the decision or the outcome of a particular AI system, the human or the manufacturer itself is not able to understand that how a particular decision or the outcome from an AI system has been achieved. The system was designed for doing a particular task or to give a particular outcome, but the outcome which has been received was not perceived or was not anticipated by the human manufacturer or the human user itself. So we are facing such kind of issue that even the developers of the AI systems are not able to understand the outcomes, specific outcomes given by the AI systems itself. So it is a technical issue, and but yes, it is important for us because if the AI system is designed for uh, doing positive task, but it end up in doing negative task, harming human, harming society, it becomes problem for us. Okay. So again, controlling the black box problem of the AI system is essential for us. Is one of the ethical and social concern, although related to technical part. Then job displacement. Now, people often ask me that whether these AI systems are going to take away our jobs, and the AI integration is not good for the industries and for the professionals. They are going to eat up our jobs. See, I want to make this particular thing very clear that in every industrial revolution, with every technological advancement, this issue has come across. There was displacement when we developed computers. There was displacement when we developed vehicles. Okay, there was job displacement uh, even when we developed machines for doing harvesting or for using agriculture purposes. But that particular technological advancement also created a new set of jobs. Okay, so the correct word would be AI not, the term would be AI not taking away your jobs. Yes, AI could displace your job. The ultimate uh, agenda of the professionals or the coming professionals should be to skill themselves over these technological advancements. So if anyone better who knows computer, who knows Excel, and even who knows AI technology will be able to perform tasks more efficiently as compared to the person who is not skilled enough in these technological advancements. So, although it is going to displace the jobs, it is going to create new jobs also. But the ultimate agenda, ultimate aim for the professional should be to skill themselves. And such kind of programs, such kind of faculty development programs are meant for skilling the professionals only. Right? So you have to educate yourself, you have to skill yourself uh, with respect to the technology itself. Another issue is the human machine relationship. Now, this is one of the concern which is coming up lately, that specifically children, they are very much into interaction with these AI systems. They consider themselves as their companion or as their friends, and they end up in creating a good bond, or you can say a strong bond with these AI systems. So such kind of relationship with human, with machines of human is has become a problem, and that particular connectivity, that particular relationship should be avoided. You must have came across with a number of news across the globe that because of the recommendation or the suggestion given by an AI system, a particular child or particular individual has committed suicide or has committed a wrongful activity. So it is, you should use these systems for performing specific tasks and to improve your capability, and not treating these AI system as the companions, same as humans. Ultimately, these are the machines. Okay. Then, obviously, if you will be depending upon doing your task, most of the task, because of using these AI systems, there will be issue of de-skilling also. Okay, suppose if you are writing research articles as well as your mails uh, using AI systems, it will be problematic for you in the coming future to write research articles on your own, in your own language. Ultimately, it impacts human cognition. It impacts human skill also. So the reliance or the dependence on these AI systems should be limited. There should not be over dependence. Right. Now moving on, these were the ethical and social issues. Now moving on to the legal issues, then we will come over to the environmental concerns. So legal issues, we have multiple legal queries, and various different courts in different countries are dealing with different kind of legal questions related to artificial intelligence. Uh, the first question would be whether it would be a good step to give some kind of separate legal personality to artificial intelligence. We already have concept of uh, artificial personality or the juridical personality in legal sense. We have given a personality to the companies, to the corporations. We have given personalities to the ideals. So can such kind of concept, artificial personality concept, can be used for artificial intelligence systems also? Because ultimately, if AI systems will be given the different personality, will be treated as the legal person, those AI systems can be held liable directly, can be held liable for performing wrongful activities. But it is again a theoretical concept, and I would say there is no need of according or giving legal personality to artificial intelligence system, because ultimately the types of AI system which we are currently using, all those systems are narrow AI systems which are depending upon the human inputs, human objectives, or the human data only. Okay, so we have not created those AI systems which have their own consciousness. We have not achieved the level of artificial general intelligence. So there is no point of creating separate legal personalities for artificial intelligence. So such kind of academic inquiries or legal inquiry is going on across the globe. Then another most important issue, legal issue, which we are facing specifically because of generative AI system is the copyright infringement. That there are two categories of this particular issue related to intellectual property law and AI. First issue is that whether the content generated by AI should be given copyright or not, or it should be treated as original work. And if you are treating AI generated content as the original work, then whom the copyright should vest in, whether it should be given to the manufacturer of the AI tool, developer of the AI tool, or the user of the particular tool, or the AI tool itself. Now, again, AI tool cannot be given the copyright ownership because it is not a legal personality currently. So, this is one of the issue. Another issue in this domain which we are facing is with respect to training AI models on the protected works, on the copyrighted works of the other individuals. So, all these corporations, big tech companies like OpenAI, Meta, okay, Anthropic AI, all these tech companies, those who have developed generative AI tools, they are training their AI models on the protected works of the individual without taking the permission and without, compensating adequately to the rightful owners of the content. So this is the another issue, and almost I would say one particular case with respect to this issue, AI training issue is going on in India also. Okay, specifically in the Delhi High Court. ANI is the news agency which has filed the case against the OpenAI. And almost around 40 to 45 cases, such cases are going on in USA alone. Okay, with respect to copyright infringement by the big tech companies. Then the another issue is with respect to violation of the basic human rights, that is the discrimination and bias. Okay, these AI systems, AI tools have been found discriminatory in their outcome with respect to a particular group or with respect to a particular community. Okay, uh, Compass is the perfect example of such tool, which is being utilized by the US police enforcement for the recidivism purpose to grant or to predict with respect to granting bail to the criminals. So that particular tool was found discriminatory against the black people. Okay. Then there is violation of privacy rights. Again, if these AI systems are being fetid or being given the data which involves private information, then it can violate the privacy of the individuals. Even I would like to mention one particular recent development that I came across, that when with respect to generative AI tools only, with respect to ChatGPT only, and I would like all of you to know this particular fact. Whenever you share your interaction over the ChatGPT with any other friend or any other user, whenever you are sharing the interaction with your friend, interaction of with the ChatGPT with your friend, the a separate Google Drive, Google link is being created of that particular shared interaction. Okay, and that interaction get permanently stored over the Google. So please make sure that you are not sharing any kind of personal interaction with your friends, because ultimately it can become a permanent thing over the Google, because it is being shared in the form of Google link with your friend or with the other individual uh, with which you tend to share that particular interaction. Then there is violation of personality rights, and the you must have came across with various cases with respect to Anil Kapoor, with respect to Sadhguru, where deepfake content is being generated. The voice of the famous personalities is being used to basically uh, ultimately harm the personality rights of the famous personalities. Arjit Singh case is one of the prominent case, uh, which was uh, handled by the Bombay High Court, where an AI system was being used to create the songs in the voice of Arjit Singh. You would be the users would be able to create or play any song in the voice of the Arjit Singh. So Arjit Singh filed the case against the man developers of these AI systems, and Bombay High Court basically passed the order to stop this particular practice and outrightly banned or prohibited such AI system and asked to give adequate compensation to Arjit Singh also. Then at last we have environmental concerns. So again, this concern is related to generative AI. These generative AI tools uh, use high or enormous amount of energy. So be you know conscious while you are prompting ChatGPT, when you are prompting or giving inputs and extracting information out of any of the generative AI model, you are consuming good amount of energy in that particular case. So there is a statistic that one particular search or prompt on ChatGPT is 10 times or 20 times higher, consumes 20 times higher energy when it is compared to the Google search. Okay. Then these particular AI models, generative AI models, are based upon the huge data centers. Okay, and these data centers basically process the information, analyze the data, and basically maintains the infrastructure to keep running these AI systems. So in order to cool down these data centers, lot of water is being consumed, lot of water is being used. So this is also one of the another concern. And as I mentioned, these data centers depends upon the high energy usage. They consume lot of energy. Again, this energy is not 100%, or most of the energy is coming from traditional sources of energy only. Okay, the sources like which has the tendency to emit carbon. So again, environmental pollution is also related to the generative AI models. Now, last environmental concern is the mining of rare earth materials. Again, these tools AI tools work upon GPUs, graphical processing units, like computer used to work on CPUs. These AI tools work on GPUs. Now, these GPUs are developed of rare earth materials like aluminum, cobalt. And when we are developing, uh, so much of AI systems, more and more GPUs are required, and hence more and more real rare earth materials are required. So, this extraction of rare earth materials also causes environmental pollution. So these are the environmental concerns. Now, as we have discussed the various issues, now in order to address these issues, uh, uh, I'm skipping this particular slide. Again, there is a democratic issue also related to AI technologies, because deepfake technology specifically is affecting the public opinion. Okay, the political parties are targeting the individuals, the potential voters, and they are influencing or manipulating the opinion of the voters over a particular political party. So the political party which is having the funds or which is using the AI technology is in the better position to reach the potential voters as compared to the other political party which is not utilizing AI. So manipulating the opinion of the potential voters is also a particular issue, and which can harm the democratic values of a particular country. So, in order to address these issues which we have discussed in previous 3 to 4 slides, the countries are coming up with laws, coming up with regulations. Now, this is the data which I've mentioned on this particular slide. This data is taken up from the AI Index report, which is published by Stanford University. And this data shows that a significant rise in the legislative discussions with respect to artificial intelligence. You can see that across 75 major countries, AI mentions in legislative proceedings increased by 21.3% in 2024, rising to 1889 from 1557 in 2023. And you can see that how many times AI is being mentioned in the parliamentary discussions or in the legislative discussions. So you can imagine that what number of bills are being introduced in various countries, in the legislatures of the various countries, just in order to, or with the idea to regulate artificial intelligence. And almost, I believe, 50 to 60 countries have already come up with national strategies on AI, either to promote the AI integration in different sectors, and have come up with soft laws, not the binding laws. They have already come up with soft laws like sector specific regulation or the ethical, at least they have adopted ethical AI principles at the domestic levels. Another static from the AI index report is that many of the countries have established AI safety institutes. uh, the development started from USA and UK. In 2023, USA and UK developed this particular institute. Now, various other countries like Japan, France, Germany, Singapore, Australia, and Canada, they have signed this particular AI safety summit, and they are also going to come up with the AI safety institute. And I believe most of the countries already might have established such kind of institute. India itself has launched its AI Safety Institute in 2025 itself. So you can see the development with respect to the regulations, with respect to the lawmaking. But the addressing all these issues related to AI is not limited to the lawmaking process only, because uh, ultimately law making will help in dealing with the uh, issues which the society is facing post deployment of the AI systems. What about, what about preventing these AI systems to cause the harms to the society, to cause the harms to the individual? So there is a broader concept which is coming into the picture, and that concept is known as AI governance. Although the title of this capacity building program, faculty development program, is Artificial Intelligence, Technology and Law. But I would like to mention or introduce the concept of AI governance here. Now, AI governance is not limited to creating legislations or creating enactments coming from the legislative bodies or regulatory bodies of different countries or of different international organization. It includes a broader picture. It has a wider scope. Okay, which includes regulations coming from specific sectors. Like if you talk about regulating education sector, then UGC in India, okay, shall come up with the regulation of AI systems in the education sector itself. Or if we talk about regulating AI in legal practice, then Bar Council of India shall come up with such specific regulations. Okay, and same if we talk about medical, then uh, medical organizations basically can ICMRs can come up with these medical specific regulation in this particular field. So legislation is the one aspect, sector specific regulation is another. Then AI risk assessment and risk management strategies should be developed. Okay, what is AI risk assessment? Before deploying the AI system or before putting the AI systems into the market, we should develop the strategies through which uh, basically these risk related to a particular AI system can be assessed, can be identified. And after identifying the risk, we should create the strategies of managing these risks also. Then there should be self-regulatory practices in picture, that do the developers, the companies, big tech companies, those who are developing these AI systems, they should come up with self-regulatory practices. Okay, so that they can minimize the harmful impact or the issues associated with their AI system, their AI tools. So they should indulge into red teaming practices. Then there is ISO, that is standards, international standards organization have already come up with the standards to for developing the AI system, the AI tools, like ISO 42001. If you will go and check that, or ISO 27001 is the particular standardization guidelines which have been or you can say standardization certificate which will be issued by ISO, and you can evaluate and get that particular certification for your AI tool from the ISO itself. So when we talk about AI governance in India, so AI governance is not just about making law. It shall cover the legislation part also, regulation from specific industry or the organization controlling that industry, AI risk assessment and impact assessment strategies, self-regulation on the part of big tech companies, and uh, mandating these standards coming up from the ISO in order to basically uniform the governance practices at the global level. So that was the today's session from my side, and I believe that in the upcoming sessions you will get more insights into the brief discussions which we have today in the introductory session. We can have the questions, and thanks for being a patient participants.
Uh, Thank you so much, sir, for this insightful and thought-provoking session on introduction to AI, technology, and law. Personally speaking, the areas you covered, whether it is from the genesis of AI till all the definitions, its evolution, and the current scenario, you have covered every aspect of AI in detail. It was a very uh, informative session, sir. Also, your discussion on balancing innovation with accountability and the importance of regulatory frameworks in AI adoption has given all the participants valuable takeaways for both academic exploration as well as practical application. So, once again, on behalf of the Faculty of Law, Integral University, Lucknow, and Law Teachers India, I extend my heartfelt gratitude for you for sharing your time, expertise, and vision with us today. Uh, Thank you so much, sir. And we are looking forward to have you once again with us. It
Sure,
was a
sure.
great
Thank
session.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vikas, and thank you, Kalpesh sir,
Yeah, thank you.
for having me. And I congratulate you, and my best wishes are with you for organizing such sessions and upcoming session in this capacity building program. I hope participants enjoyed this session.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Definitely. Thank you so much.